One thing that I'm looking for in Marvel Contest of Champions in 2025 is quality of life improvements. And the thing that delighted me the most was this daily quest rework, especially because this starts next month, and we'll find a little bit more information on what you can actually pick up. Kabam have said old daily quests are out, new daily quests in, new relevant and rewarding content is going to be in its place, but we don't really know much about it until now. And funnily enough, it actually fixes, or potentially will fix if it is advertised and will be executed the same way it is, the problem of tier 6 basics and tier 3 alpha, especially if you get them on a daily basis. It adds more into volume you pick up, as well as the super daily. It could be high volume, it could be just mid volume. But taking largely a lot of this right here. And over the years, when you're looking to pick up some mid rewards or mid catalysts, mid resources, and also ranking up lower champions, one thing that I've been a big advocate over the years for is free-to-play players generating a 4-star roster strong enough to add more points into your Summoner Trials based grind, trying to get them as far as possible, like to a rank 3. My personal preference to players is get them up to a rank 5 and fully max them out in general. Ascend them if you can, but having these as available to farm units, it just means that it's more easier on your time investment in order to grab back a good chunk of units. You do get to a certain point where you have to put in 300,000 per milestone, which can seem like that's a little bit frustrating on your time farm if you're only kind of doing more, you do more fights and not getting to the next unit milestone. So what exactly has got me jumping for joy, and what changes the full kind of picture of stuff? Well, this is interesting. Back about, what was this, 3 months ago? Yeah, Tonic says, I'd like to propose a new update for Marvel Contest Champions. As the game progresses, the champion requires increased skill, power, effectively challenge opponents. Currently acquiring maximum power of our champions is becoming more difficult, as the daily quests only provide catalysts up to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. This has made it challenging for our champions to evolve to a level that can match formidable opponents. But also says it would be great to see quests for tier 3, tier 4 alpha catalysts, as well as basic catalysts for tiers 5 and 6. There's a lot of good points in there. There were 5 people that disagree with that one, which, you know, is what it is. But this actually is happening to a degree. And in the last 24 hours, Kabam Crash went onto the forums to answer to MDM_M. Well, that's the name, isn't it? The daily quests are being updated, and Dave answered the chat on stream saying that the lower tier items would still be available. That is good because I love to rank the lower star level champions and collection purposes. I do agree with that, as I said, for the reasons of 4 stars. 8 years in the game, and also selling. That's one of the things that we'll kind of talk about in a second. Sometimes need to keep it interesting. However, tier 1 alphas are hard to get outside the glory store. Can we add tier 1 alphas to the daily quests? And the answer is this. The daily quest ecosystem is getting a huge upgrade. All of the stuff there's now will still be available, and it will include many other resources and catalysts, including tier 1 alpha, tier 2 alpha, tier 3 alpha, tier 5 basic, tier 6 basic, alloys, and embers. That's really good, especially alloys and embers. It's really more of an overhaul than an update. I am really happy about this one. I think more so, now I'm being happy about something I don't know the volumes of the fragments about, but there is this issue at the moment with players like myself that are Valiant and are looking to get tier 6 basics and tier 3 alpha. You can see I've got a tier 4 alpha there, just looking like it's going to expire in 11 to 20 days. And it's because of the length of time that it takes to get tier 6 basic and tier 3 alpha topped up, it's becoming a problem. But you can also see on screen that there's something else. As I get tier 5 basics and tier 2 alphas, I am going to sell those. So if I'm going to a daily quest on a daily basis and I'm picking up a volume of tier 5 basics that I can sell and tier 6 basics which I can use, this is really a huge benefit for this if Kabam are doing a daily quest that encompasses everything. So that's why I'm very excited about it. And we did this on the channel. We did a community tab post with a vote system, and you commented, and it was great because we had that interaction, but mainly got the feedback that I think a lot of us know to be true. Getting tier 6 basics at the moment, especially if you're later Paragon, Valiant, whatever, is becoming harder. I mean, it's hard in any case, depending on your progression, but it's harder because you have to have so many tier 6 basics and tier 3 alpha to go, oh, like now, I've just got enough tier 6 basics to... No, I need one more, actually, to be able to rank for a 7-star. No, it's rank 3 a 7-star, sorry. But then the tier 3 alpha side of things, I now have to like do my dailies and also some other stuff and... Battlegrounds store, you name it, to get enough tier 3 alpha, which I'm now on to 3, nearly 4. And it's tough because then it's like, okay, well, I don't want to get any more tier 4 alpha because it will just go into my stash and I can't manage that, which causes a problem, doesn't it? But it doesn't stop there. There's actually more to this. It's expanding on what this daily quest is going to entail and be. There was a good question by Big Blue. He said, I'm curious on how this will impact unit farming, referring to something else. It was referring to an event quest side of things and the lower farming, because not a lot of people, including myself, if you don't have a lot of time for arena and you need to farm units for deals, for whatever, then you'll auto fight through lower content, contender, whatever, up to uncollected, which, nowadays is really cool that you can auto fight through that. But at least allows you to do your daily, get some units, and get some extra stuff, like extra resources. Anyway, will those units be distributed evenly across the 2 difficulties, or will they disappear? Well, this is where it kind of takes a bit of a twist, but a twist in a good way, because Command Crash said most of them are being moved to daily quests as part of the daily quest overhaul. Some will remain in the event quest. So that, I think, might be to do with the Valiant difficulty, but maybe not. Maybe it's to do with like the lower end. So if it is, and it's all about having more clarity, unit farming may be a little bit improved for the daily quest, or some of those units might be going across to the daily quest, or maybe something else is happening with any kind of lost units being distributed from it. So maybe the 150 units might go into the lower difficulty, the daily difficulty. How will that work on a daily basis? Well, the budget could be kind of like streamlined. And if we take, say, the calculator right here and we put in like 150 and we divide that by 30, of course, we're going to get 5. So 5 units you get per day. Assuming, obviously, it's a 30-day month. Of course, if it's 31 days or 28 days, then they may all balance out. I don't know. You could even, that's probably best to say 365 divided by, no, actually, no, I'm going to do it the other way. 150 times 12, because I can do this more easy, divided by 365 equals 4.9. So it's pretty easy just to come out and say, oh, here's 5 units per day, if that's how it works. If it doesn't work out like that and I'm misinterpreting it, then maybe it's best we figure out more information. But it's certainly good news to say most of them, referring to the units and the lower difficulties, are being moved to daily quest as part of the daily quest overhaul. Some will remain in the event quest. So yes, good news. And the main thing for me is resource farming. The biggest problem is resource farming. Yes, I've got plenty of tier 1 alpha, which you can see right there. I will keep the 18 of, like, say, tier 1 alpha and then sell it whenever I need to, or keep it if I need to as well. But accessing to the lower rated resources, like, yeah, I suppose tier 2 alpha or whatever, and all the lower catalysts, if there's a means to get lower catalysts easily, like tier 1 and stuff like that, then that's really good. I think it allows people to rank up champions slightly easier, better quality of life. That's a massive win, and allow players to kind of get resources that they didn't normally or wouldn't normally get. Number 2 wouldn't really have an inkling to do and go and get. So I think this is really positive. I thought I'd share this with you because it's completely relevant to what's going on with the future, and hopefully, and this is probably the biggest thing, alleviates a pain point that players experience with trying to get resources to rank up champions. So this is actually a really good bit of news. It's still a teaser as to what Kabam have got lined up, but as I said, this is one thing amongst many things, but probably one of the biggest things that I'm most excited about seeing in game, the daily quest rework and the more versions of it, and what the super version on Sunday will be about. Something in the evening, you know, after I've done the ironing, watching a movie. It's nice to kind of relax and do something. It's nice at least at 7 PM when this drops to go do it. But what are your thoughts on what is teased with this from Kabam? Obviously that's Kabam based information. Put it in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. And do you think this might help you out? Or are you being a little bit cautious until you've actually had it kind of delivered of what the actual delivery of it is going to be? But anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you soon and goodbye.